Welcome back to Gooseberry Homestead. Reba here. I just wanted to listen to those birds. Such a beautiful morning. So I wanted to go ahead and remake a video. I made one in the evening last night, and it's just such a beautiful morning. I decided to go ahead and make a really quick one before I head off to work. So that involves moving the box out of the greenhouse, but I left the door open so I can roll it up here in a few minutes. But let's go over there, pull the box out so I can show you how things are looking in the greenhouse. Hi, Bandit. How are you doing, pretty boy? This is the one that always barks in the videos. It's the really sharp bark hurts my ears so bad, but he's such a nice dog. All right, so he's always quiet when I'm out here, but he barks when the kids are out. I think he wants to play with them. All right, so let's take a look in the greenhouse. So everything really loved the 85 degrees we had yesterday, and so I've got a lot of new growth. We got these ones are going to be, the De La Renas are going to be putting on some growth here soon. The buds are swelling and getting ready to pop open. The Granthams Royal are looking great. This MBVS that I thought was completely dead actually surprised me and actually has come to life. I'm laying up hope for this raspberry latte. A node might form here, so I'm just watching. It did put on really good roots and transferred over, so I'm not sure whether or not this cutting is a goner or not. So time will only tell. The Blanche de Argentile, same with that one, as well as this one O'Rourke over here. So I ended up getting 3 more cuttings of O'Rourke, and these ones are showing signs of life. This one's not doing a whole lot of anything, kind of looks like the raspberry latte, but these ones back here are going to be pushing out some green soon as well. I need to replant some of the peppers that I was trying to start. I think the gnat larva actually ate all the seeds before they came up, possibly. So I might need to re-sow those. And I was only trying to get like one of each variety, so I wasn't like trying to like get a ton of peppers, because I figure 1 plant of each variety is plenty. So, and then all of these over here looking good. The LSU Scots Black's looking good. The Mystery possibly might be doing something, I'm not sure. The Wuhans are doing excellent. I mean, take a look at that. That looks awesome. And then I'm not sure about the Petite Negra. I can't really tell whether or not there's anything going on with it. My emerald strawberries are looking good. And I noticed the bark looked different on this one versus this one. And then also with this one. And this one looks like it's almost the same shade as that one. Came from the same seller. And I'm not sure whether or not they if they might have just mislabeled, because this one was marked as emerald strawberry as well, but there's a lot of there was a lot of weird growth on the branches, so I had to like try to clean it off, so it looks a little bit more muted, but it's doing good, so that's great. And then here's some pink lemonade that I'm trying to grow. Blueberry. Anyways, blueberries tend to be a little bit more tricky unless you have the proper setup. It likes a lot of humidity, and yeah, I don't really have it. I've got a lot of gnats going on over here. I'm hoping that this is not me. They're like all over this pot. I'm hoping they're not down in there eating the roots from these little mulberries, but chances are very high. Maybe I should stick it outside the greenhouse. Let's do that. Let's put it out here. I'll move it out because the gnats seem to go away once I move them out of certain protected areas. I may be doing the same with this one here. This is my Moringa Seeds. They're coming up, and so that is pretty awesome. I got a new shoot right here, getting ready to pop out right there. Like right there. So that's really cool. So it looks like I'll have a few moringa trees. Thinking I might end up selling a couple of them and maybe just only keeping one. So that'll be later on in the season here locally. Not when I'm talking to you guys, I'll say I'm going to be selling something. I'm not selling over the internet or anything like that. I'm just selling here locally where I'm at. So Rod Grod is looking good down here, you guys. We got some good green leaves there. That's really awesome. The Sisters is doing good. This is near Diamond Ranch in Red Bluff, California, somewhere. It's a big ranch, so like thousands of acres. So this was near where that was. So that looks really, really cool. And this one doesn't have a lot of stuff down along the limbs on this one. Like these have little things coming out all along, all the way up. But this one was the tip of the branch. So a little less, but looks like these are going to be figlets on there, possibly. The Rod Grod, so it's really encouraging to see that one of the Rod Grods is actually putting on leaves. Doesn't mean that these ones aren't going to do something. And then Honey Plum, those ones are looking good as well. And then the Zingarellas all have, looks like both of those have life. So that's a really great thing too. This one, possibly too. It looks like it's still alive. The Robert's Golden Rainbow looking good. And I moved a lot of my figs out. And then I got a Socorro Black and a Black Cedar here. Those ones are looking good. And I'll be getting De La Roca and Princessa here shortly, within the month. And then I need to get rid of some more of my other plants. So I'll be selling off some of these duplicates that I have down here. So that'll be great. So they're all looking really good. The Dalmati is looking fantastic. That is just gorgeous. So oh, Cedros Preto's putting on a new branch right at the top. That's amazing. One of those will be getting air layered off for a friend. So I'm so excited. Everything is looking so excellent in here. My figs are still holding on. My Violet de Bordeaux. So I'm excited for that little fig. Probably not going to be a very big fig. So yeah, and then all of these other ones that are in cups and smaller, I'm not gonna move these ones out. I'm gonna leave these ones in the pot so I can just give them to the person, whoever ends up buying it, in that size container, and they can up pot it from there. And everything's looking really good. And then these ones are all going to be getting put into a bigger container. This one looks a little bit sad from the heat the other day, so that one probably not going to make it. That part was all green and it's turned brown completely. So we'll just I'll watch it and we'll see what happens. And then all of those, so everything is looking really, really good in here. Okay, so let's go on out. Ugh. So up along over here by the fence, or by the side of the house, I'm slowly getting everything fully cleaned up here shortly. Probably by tomorrow, this whole patio will be completely cleaned out, which will be nice. So I do have, this is a blueberry grape. So this is out of Chico, California. And it was a seedling that was started by in somebody's backyard. It was this person's grandmother's place, and the seedling had come up. I guess it had gotten mixed with some of her other grapes or whatever. Anyways, in this one particular seedling grape produced grapes that taste like a blueberry, but what brings the blueberry flavor into Key is the heat. And in Northern California, where I grew up near Chico, it gets really, really hot. Up where I'm living now in the Pacific Northwest, it doesn't get quite as hot here. So it'll be really interesting to see how well this grape does on the side of the mountain where I'm at in Washington. So we'll just have to watch it. But I do have grapes. Those ones, these aren't grapes. These are just the flowers right now. But we'll be getting some grapes on it. And then the other one I have right here is this one is going to be I think Seedless Flame grape. So it's a red grape. So I got a Concord variety here, and then the other one. And so I'm thinking in the future, like a nice green grape would be great to add to the collection as well. But I'm gonna wait on that one. So, because it's a specific one that I'm wanting, so I'm going to wait. Anyways, I did move some of the figs into this bucket here, and so that they can be getting some sunlight and get acclimated to being outside of the greenhouse. And they did really well in the weather yesterday. So I'm going to be moving some more of them out from under on the very bottom, and then I will be putting them into over here eventually. So let's go over there really quick. And I will be putting them over here with these other ones and in this middle section here. And I have a black tarp down, and so I've got all of my plants and trees in the middle here that don't really need much attention, and so they'll be able to be free to grow, which will be great. So I have all my raspberries around the edges where I can harvest from, blueberries around the edges so I can harvest from them. So everything that I need to harvest from is up along the edge, and then everything that just needs to grow is in the center. So that's how it's looking. I do have some of the figs, the bigger fig trees out here, and by bigger I mean they're still small. But I am not moving them up to a larger container, only because we are planning on moving probably within the next year. We'll just have to see what the Lord has in plan. And so I don't really want to move them up into too much of a bigger pot. If I do end up moving my figs up into bigger pots, they're just going to be into one of those size pots right over there. And so it won't be like too much bigger. So they're all looking really great, and I'm really, really pleased. And everything is looking so good. I've got some aphids on some of my plants, but that's okay. The Lebanon Cedar, oh my goodness, it is looking amazing. It put on about 2 inches of growth from the candles already, and compared to last year, it didn't grow the whole yard, and I think it's because it is in a container. So once we get to where we're going to be living full time and it goes into the ground there, oh, it's going to be glorious. So everything is looking really good. My high bush cranberry is looking amazing. It's already opened up some of the blossoms down in here, and there, you guys can see them right there. And so I'm excited about that. And I've got white currants on the currant bush, and it's beautiful too, you guys. And I do have a few gooseberries, but not like a lot. The aphids got to them again this year a little bit, and not only the aphids, but I had caterpillars. So next year, I think what I'll do, and it was mostly caterpillars this year, the little those little caterpillars that get laid, the little eggs that get laid underneath the leaves that you don't really see. So I'll be having to make sure I'm watching that a little bit more closely. But I am going to have some currants. That's looking really good. I'm not really seeing a lot of anything on the plant this year, messing with them. So that's good. So yeah, I'm excited, you guys. Anyways, so everything's looking really good. My gooseberries are all moved over here. My husband mowed the lawn for me yesterday. I still need to locate the weed eater. I have a feeling I think I know where it might be, and if it's not there, then I don't know. And by weed eater, I mean I know where the weed eater is. I mean the charger and the battery. Anyways, you guys, thanks for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and click that bell button. As always, have a wonderful day, and God bless.